barn. David notices she has a sci-fi book and they chat about the genre for a bit before she leaves him to work alone. For the first time in a while, Lana feels like she has had a real conversation. Days pass with the two astronauts sharing the link as they agreed, and painting again is clearly having a good effect on David. At first Lana leaves David alone, but eventually they get to talk more and grow closer, so she spends time in the barn while he paints. One day, David brings Lana closer to teach her how to make a stroke on the painting, and Lana feels warm by the fact her husband's body is being touchy with her again. When David is alone in the station, he starts spending his time drawing portraits of Lana. Sometime later, David convinces Lana to drive out to the hardware store to pick up oil for the paintings. While Lana buys the oil, David leaves the car and admires what it's like to be in a town again. Once Lana is back, he drags her to the bookstore and buys his favorite sci-fi book for her. The cashier recognizes him, so he pretends to be Cliff, but things get awkward when she mentions David's tragedy and Lana has to cut the conversation short. They go back to the car and Lana puts her hand on his shoulder to comfort him, not pulling away when he covers it with his own. Later in the evening, David returns to the station with more inspiration than ever, and Lana can't stop thinking about the warm touch of his hand. The next time he comes over, David finally finishes the painting by drawing Lana on the pad, which Lana finds flattering. Then David asks Lana to dance with him to celebrate, but in the middle of it, his hands start getting frisky. Lana pushes him away and she runs into the house, unaware that Henry is outside watching. David follows Lana and says he can tell she wants him by the way she looks at him, but Lana puts him in his place, pointing out she sees her husband and not the visitor inside. Heartbroken, David returns to the barn and is shocked to discover the painting has been ruined. Henry is there with paint on his hand, so David hits him for it. The boy runs into the house and when Lana hears what happened, she tells David he needs to leave. When David wakes up at the station, he doesn't tell Cliff what happened. Cliff returns to Earth and has an argument with Lana, who is upset because a stranger hit Henry, but Cliff doesn't see the problem because he's done it too. He wants David to have closure, so he convinces Lana to let him come one last time to finish